Hey guys, I'm Juliette. Welcome back to Celeb Bites. This is a show where we test out our favorite celebrity recipes. Today we're making Gwyneth Paltrow's famous strawberry shortcake sliders. She shared this recipe with Bon Appetit and I've been dying to try it. We're gonna make it today, so let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do for this strawberry shortcake is we are gonna combine all the dry ingredients into one bowl. So we have our 2.5 cups of SPELT flour. I've never had SPELT flour, but it looks a little brown. I guess it's like a healthy version of flour, so we'll see how it tastes. So we're just gonna add that into our bowl. And then we have our 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We have half a teaspoon of baking soda. And then we're gonna add half a teaspoon of salt. Now we're just gonna mix this all together. I am a huge strawberry shortcake fan. That is my go-to dessert for the summer. The only issue is I just like the angel food cake you get at the store with like Cool Whip and strawberries. Super easy, fast, not really that healthy. This is more of the healthy version with like the SPELT flour. We're using some yogurt in this. So I'm a little concerned about that because I don't like the healthy vibe, but we'll see. So now we're gonna add our 1/3 cup of vegetable shortening. So we're just gonna plop it in. Okay, so I have a new apron if you guys haven't noticed. It's meant to get dirty, so I'm glad that like flew on here so we could get it, you know, a little authentic to my baking habits. And the recipe does say to like just get in there, so we're just gonna get in there with our hands. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. Fun fact about Gwyneth is that her parents were actually in the entertainment business, but her parents didn't want Gwyneth to get into entertainment or be a part of that. They wanted her to continue her studies and be a student and stay in school. But in college, Gwyneth starred in one of the plays and she stole the spotlight, was the star in the show, and her dad was in the audience watching and was like, wow, blown away. So he said, you know, this is your sign to drop out and pursue an acting career. So that's what she did. Gwyneth's first big break was in the hit movie Seven. So then she went on to star in Shakespeare in Love and The Royal Tenenbaums. And then she also played Iron Man's wife in the Marvel movies. All right, so now we're gonna start mixing our wet ingredients. So we have a half a cup of buttermilk, half a cup of plain whole milk yogurt, and then 3 tablespoons of agave nectar. I don't know guys, this is looking another one of these celebrity healthy recipes. I'm not gonna judge it until I taste it. I'm not. So now we're gonna mix the wet with the dry and it should form into a dough-like texture. So we're just gonna mix this all up. So did you know Gwyneth actually eloped with her first husband, Chris Martin from Coldplay? So they secretly eloped because she didn't want to be like scrutinized by the paparazzi, didn't want people in her business. And they had their first kid, which guess their name. It's supposed to be a fruit. Can you guys guess? It's Apple. Their first child's Apple. So after her first child, Apple, was born, Gwyneth wanted to step back from acting to focus on taking care of her child. So she kind of took a break from all her acting and all her roles. So we have our dough ready for the biscuits. We're just gonna roll this out. We're now gonna start cutting our biscuits. So we're just gonna use a cup and just start making little circles for the biscuit shape. I think we could probably make about like 4 or 5 out of this dough, hopefully. Look how perfect that is. If you don't have a cookie cutter, use a cup because it does the exact same thing. So we're gonna be testing out the Our Place Wonder Oven. So we're using this little mini baking sheet for our biscuits. Look how cute it is. And we're gonna put it into our mini oven. And we're gonna get them all cooked up. So while our biscuits are baking, we're gonna start making the filling for our strawberry shortcake. So we have 2 cups of strawberries here. And we're just gonna add 2 tablespoons of agave. And then this is where the recipe gets interesting. It says to add a dash of balsamic vinegar. I do like balsamic vinegar, but not in my strawberry shortcake. So we're just gonna add a tiny splash, not too much because it's very strong. I think that should be good, not too much. All right, now we're just gonna mix that all together. So in 2008, Gwyneth started her lifestyle brand, Goop, and she started this as like a weekly newsletter, but then it developed into a brand that talks about different wellness, lifestyle, and procedures, and also talks about different products that are healthy. So even though her company has received some backlash and criticism, she still managed to create a company that's valued over $250 million, which is insane for like just a lifestyle brand. Okay, so we have our biscuits done. They're cooked perfectly and it cooked literally in less than 10 minutes. It cooked so fast. All right, so it's time to assemble our strawberry shortcake biscuits. These are how the biscuits turned out. I usually have strawberry shortcake with just angel food cake you could buy at the store, but I've never had it with the biscuits. This is the first time. So we're just gonna cut our little biscuits. So then we're gonna add our whipped cream. Okay, wow, okay. now we have to do this fast because I feel like the whipped cream is gonna melt because the biscuits are still a little hot. Our strawberries, okay. More whipped cream. You have to layer your strawberry shortcake because you gotta get the most. Add some more on top, okay. Top, oh, that looks amazing. Look at that, look at that. It's a little sad, but it might taste good, it might taste good. Here we have Gwyneth Paltrow's strawberry shortcake sliders. It almost looks like a burger, but strawberries and whipped cream inside. Okay, so I like love whipped cream, so I'm just gonna like add a little bit more on mine. Let's try it. The biscuits are really dry. I feel like you have to use cake that's like spongy and very light, but this is like so dense. You can't mess up on the whipped cream and strawberries, obviously, because it's literally so simple. If you want a healthy version of strawberry shortcake, I think this is it, but I'd rather use like a spongy cake next time. Let's try one more bite, actually. It's like so dense. It tastes like toast. Literally toast, strawberry shortcake. What I would rate this, 4 out of 10. Strawberries and whipped cream, that was good, but the bread on here, the biscuits are not good. I feel like I didn't add too much balsamic. You can taste a little, and that's actually pretty good. I think if I were to make this again, I would still use the balsamic because it gives it that little bit of different taste, but definitely not gonna be making these biscuits again. Sorry, Gwyneth, but stick to goop, maybe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and comment below what your favorite summer dessert is. I'll see you guys later. Bye.